Guys, Kyle here with Crypto Theory. All right, we're back with another reaction video. You know, I love making these videos. They're a lot of fun. You guys seem to really like them. I think it's really cool. You know, we're kind of the only channel out there. I mean, maybe there's others, I don't know, but you know, the only one that I can think of that makes this type of video where, you know, we do this. And anybody that's brand new and you guys haven't seen one of these videos yet, basically the general premise of it is we're going to talk about a project that has been talked about very much so in our community. A ton of people commenting about it. We're seeing it all over social media, you know, Facebook, Twitter, doesn't matter where, Discord. There's a lot of people talking about it, okay? Everybody wants to know more information about this project, and it's one that typically is a newer project we either haven't heard of or we have heard of it, but either way, we haven't had a chance to look at it yet. So this is the first viewing of this project specifically for it. I always like to talk about it being like a big movie, you know, that's coming up, a big blockbuster movie you can't wait to go see, but you're trying to avoid spoilers at all costs. That's what we do on these right here. We don't want to know anything about this project ahead of time because we want you guys to get our first reaction on when we first see it. So it's really cool. I enjoy doing it, and I'm really excited to dive into this one for you guys because this one has been requested a lot, okay? Over the last week and a half to 2 weeks, this has been requested a lot. We've had it on our list of projects to talk about. We've also had it on our list of do not look at projects until we check it out on here. So without further ado, let's jump in. Let's talk about it. We're talking Papp Mobile, okay? Really intrigued with the name on this one, okay? Because a lot of these other projects we've talked about recently, okay, we did FEG the other day, FEG, and that one actually surprised me with what that was, okay? That one surprised me a little bit. But previous to that, you know, we'd done a few, you know, 2 or 3 of more of the meme coins and stuff like that, and you kind of had an idea what to expect. A little bit surprising and everything, but for the most part, you kind of had an idea what to expect. With this one right here, though, it's hard to say what it's going to be just because, you know, a lot of times generally when people are shilling the heck out of these projects, it ends up being like a meme coin. But with it being Papp Mobile, it almost sounds like it could be something like a Telcoin or, you know, something like that, or Dent. You know, Dent deals with mobile and everything. So I'm really curious to kind of see what this is. So let's take a look. And I'm always interested to see what's in the trending search. Polygon still. I mean, Polygon just absolutely been popular as can be. Shiba still in there. SafeMoon we've talked about on here. Binance Coin we've certainly talked about. PancakeSwap is one we have not talked about, but we will be. Okay, so very interesting, and like I said, we haven't talked about it yet, but we will be. ChainX I'm not necessarily familiar with, and same thing with Alchemist. So we'll have to definitely look into those. I've probably looked into them before, just off the top of my head I can't remember what the exact project is. That's what happens when you got, you know, 7,500, almost 7,600 projects going. You lose track of so many different ones because there's so many that are going. So let's see, is it PAPP? Okay, right there, Papp Mobile. Let's take a look and see what Papp is. All right, wow, okay, so this is another one that has, okay, it doesn't have as big of a circulating supply. What is that? Is that a trillion? That would be 100,000, a million, a billion. Yeah, okay, so 1 trillion. Okay, so I believe my math is correct on that. So not nearly, I mean, it's still a lot, obviously, but not nearly as many as some of these other ones that we've been seeing lately. So, you know, that's interesting. You know, it could be, again, something that's not necessarily a meme project. Okay, so trade volume really low. So you know, we'll keep an eye on that when we look at the chart. But trade volume on this very low, only 11,000. It's down 17% today. Binance Smart Chain project, and we'll check out the website here in just a second. But I really want to dive into. Okay, so this is a brand new one. Yeah, okay, another very new one. Okay, so it's had decent volume previously, up to 360,000 in volume. Kind of just dropping ever since then. So it did have a lot of volume to begin with. It's kind of been dropping. This reminds me of the chart that we saw last week when we did elongate, whatever you call it. I think it's elongate. This reminds me very much so of that chart where it started really, you know, pretty high, and then it just kind of had a continual drop. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, but we are seeing a huge decline in volume, okay, over the last little bit, and that could just partially be because, you know, look, the overall market volume right now at 150 billion comparative to 2 weeks ago when the market was super bullish, you know, that was way higher than that. That was like 3 times that where it's at right now. So that could just have something to do with the overall general sentiment of the market, the lower trade volume, and also just the more bearish sentiment that everybody seems to have right now about it. So very interesting though. So brand new project right there. It intrigues me. Like I said, mainly the name of it intrigues me. This right here, you don't really know what to make of it because it is such a brand new project. I mean, it is so new. Binance Smart Chain project. It's down 17% today. A lot of projects, recently down, so that part's not alarming or anything like that. But let's take a look at their website and see what this is all about. All right, Papp Mobile. It's a BEP20 token issued on the Binance Smart Chain with a fixed supply of 1 trillion tokens in total. Papp's bravest goal to offer an alternative payment tool to all mobile application developers and users of the world. Okay, so offer an alternative payment tool to all mobile app developers, okay, and users of the world. So basically, users of mobile apps and developers of it. Interesting. Okay. Excuse me. A lot of stuff, just people talking about Papp on YouTube there, or at least that's what that part is. I gotta be honest, I'm not like super impressed by the website itself. It's kind of plain compared to some of these other ones that you see. I'm not knocking it, and I'm not saying that the website makes a project, because that's certainly not the case. There's a lot of great projects that they have really terrible websites, so that doesn't mean anything. It's just I'm not like really wowed at like I mean, come on, really? Like, you've got this on your main page of your website? Like, I don't know. To me, it's kind of like Anyway, let's see. In progress, CoinMarketCap listing, which I would assume they probably have. They've got CoinGecko, so maybe they don't yet. But API development, interesting. Mobile application integration, interesting. 100x in 20 days with Papp. Always higher. Our journey has just begun. Join us. What did we do in 20 days? Okay, website update. Okay. Promotional video on 20 biggest YouTube channels. So they've been getting some sponsorships. By the way, this is not a sponsored video or anything like that. This is just us wanting to make this video. More than 8,000 investors in 20 days. Okay, that's cool. Trust Wallet, scan update, CoinGecko listing, CoinMarketCap listing application, meetings with more than 5. Okay. So, I mean, they've been working, obviously. I mean, it's not like something that they're just sitting around not doing anything. Let's see, token use cases. Okay, bravest goal to offer an alternative payment tool to all mobile application developers and users of the world. Okay, how to use. Must choose Papp as the payment method on the contracted application's website. Designed to be easy to use. Choose Papp. Okay, so that's just showing you how to use it. Core values. Development to provide an alternative payment. We've already talked about that. That's like it's like the third or fourth time on that. Let's see. Is there anything else that's new? Because it doesn't really go into detail on, at least from what I can see, like it doesn't really go into detail a ton on how this is. And guys, this isn't me saying I don't like it. It's not me saying I do like it. This is just kind of my initial thoughts. Founded by the community and for the community, we take pride in our collective mission. We support each other in other communities, have fun doing it. We share transparent information with each other, blah, blah, blah. There's the tokenomics, 1 trillion supply. No pre-sale, no team token. Interesting. 100% supply on PancakeSwap. 100% liquidity is locked in for 6 months. Okay. Interesting. That part's interesting. Okay, here's their roadmap. Constantly expanding, and everyone's participation is welcome. Our website is constantly being updated by a team of dedicated and talented designers. Overview, launch of our official white paper. So they're going to be launching the white paper in Q2, which is really kind of where we're at right now. Rebranding a website, social media channels, and everything. Confirmation of CoinGecko, which they already have, and CoinMarketCap listing. Developing software for all mobile application developers to integrate Papp into their own apps. Now that part of it's interesting. So if they do get a true use case, that part of it is cool. So basically they're trying to develop software where they can integrate with current applications. That's interesting, okay? That's the part that could be very interesting. Launch of our white paper provides a shared compass for the team and our community to follow a narrative. That part's very important too, because it is a little bit, upon first glance, I'm not saying that this is a confusing project or anything like that, just upon first glance, the first chance of looking at it, the website isn't like super clear what they're actually doing or what it actually is. They state the same thing about 3 different times, but they don't really go into any detail on how that's going to work. So the white paper would be very interesting to read to get a more thought out, talk about what they're going to be doing and everything. Forging a corporate partnerships, that'll be interesting. Integrating in more than 50 mobile apps, that'll be interesting. Okay. So overall, I think I get a pretty good feel for it because it looks like we're at the bottom of the website, and I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. Overall, I'm intrigued with it. I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying I dislike it. I'm very intrigued, and that's what I like about these reaction style videos is it gives us a chance to really kind of get a first viewing of a project. You guys get our initial thoughts, our way that we kind of look at these and everything, and kind of, you know, like I said, for me, like I wasn't wowed by the website. I thought that they could have clarified a little bit better, easier. At least for me. This isn't saying that that's the same for everybody, but they could have clarified what it is a little bit easier, I thought. But overall, it's interesting because if they do nail some of these roadmap features that they have that they're talking about doing, this could be a pretty intriguing project to look at. So we'll keep checking back in on this one right here, and I'll keep you guys posted. Obviously, we would look at some of the news, social media stuff, all that. We don't have time on this video to do that. We will do our due diligence and some background research on this as well, and we will follow up with you guys in terms of how things are going here in the very near future. But with that being said, guys, interesting project. Put it on your radar because I do think it's obviously got enough people talking about it. Excuse me, that it could be one, worth looking into. Obviously, not professional financial advice. It never is. Make your own decisions, do your own research. However, it's intriguing. This right here scares me a little bit. Only 11,000 in 24-hour volume. We got to get those numbers up if this thing's going to really take off. However, it looks like everything could be there if they can really develop on what they're talking about. I'd be very interested to be able to read that white paper when it's ready because I didn't see it anywhere else. So it doesn't look like it's finished yet. However, when it is, I'd be very interested in kind of breezing through that and getting an idea, full scale what they plan on doing. So, guys, let us know in the comments below. Are you a Papp fan? Is this the first you've heard of it? And if so, what are your initial thoughts on it? Like I said, I'm not going to give you a yes or a no because there's more research to be done. This is just kind of our initial thoughts, and we always enjoy kind of giving you guys our initial thoughts on these. So let us know in the comments below. With that being said, that's all I got. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you in the next one.